Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's requested video, we are going to be talking about the four major ranking factors that determines the placement of your Etsy listing when you're running ads. So if you want to learn how to increase your placement or how to place higher in the search feed, so therefore you can increase your Etsy sales, make sure that you watch all the way till the end. Now, if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe today. I do upload weekly videos to help you grow an impactful online business. If you're interested in starting your own arts printable shop, I have a free masterclass. I will leave the link below where I teach you the 3 essentials that you need to start one today. And guys, don't forget to like and comment this video. So let's go ahead and dive in. This was a requested video based on a video that I did yesterday, which talked more about the 30 free days that Etsy is advertising because of the pandemic that we're facing. And a lot of you guys wanted to know more about these 4 major ranking factors and how you could improve your Etsy shop. So I'm going to go in depth and talk about each factor and explain it to you guys. So let's go ahead and dive in. So keep in mind, when you run Etsy ads, and you purchase advertising on Etsy, your listings are displayed in the user search results, which means in the search feed. The listing will be displayed for potential customers to find your listings based on 4 main ranking factors, which include search relevancy, listing quality, your bid, and the likelihood of views and sales. So as an Etsy seller, you're not able to control the algorithm. No one can. I wish I was able to. But you could control the most important factor, which is the Etsy search placement and where your listings will land. So let's go over each of them and how they affect the visibility of your store. And hopefully you'll learn some new tips and tricks that you can improve the quality of your listings so you can place higher in the search results. So the first one we're going to talk about is search relevancy. You probably heard this one before. And it's basically the key factor to considering when choosing the right keywords. If it does not have relevance to your niche, don't use the keyword. It's just that simple. And one trick that you could do to kind of stay in track when you're doing research for keywords is that if the main root keyword is not relevant with the additional keywords, don't use those keywords. It's just that simple. Keep in mind, tag and title relevancy is very important. So the listing must match the buyer's search word or phrase, and listings that do not match a potential buyer's search would not be included in the search results. So for instance, if the search is sitting chart, it's only going to return items that match both sitting and chart in either the listing, the tags, or the title. So it's going to pull from either the tag or title, basically. When the Etsy algorithm finds all of the items that match the search, they also use keywords to place the order of those particular results. So that's how they pick the ordering. So having an exact phrase matches are better than matches that come back with individual words. So for instance, a search for sitting chart would return all items with the word sitting and chart in the title or tags. But items with sitting chart in the title would be considered a closer match than you guys using like individual words. So if a word or phrase in a buyer search appears in both the title and tags of a listing, the search algorithm considers that listing more relevant than just having the word or phrase in the tags or title alone. So this is really, really important. And as a SEO best practice, I always tell you guys, make sure that your words are in the beginning of your title because it does hold more weight and are more important than the words at the end of your title. So the first one is search and relevancy. So we got that one down packed. Let's go to the next one. Listing quality. This is something I talked about before in my channel. I have videos about this. Listing quality is how Etsy organizes the listings the buyers will most likely like or dole out, like they don't care about, based on the listing score. So numerous factors decide a listing quality score. And just to kind of get this out of the way, no one knows their own listing score. Etsy doesn't tell us this particular listing has this particular score. No one knows that information. Only the algorithm knows that. And keep in mind, they keep track of everything from your store, from listing and shop history. I mean, that includes customer service, that includes market experience, that includes reviews, that includes open cases against you, that includes even like shop location, translation of your listings, strong titles and tags as well, which we just talked about. And the listings Xe determines to be the most important to buyers will have a high quality scores. So even new listings can get like high placement in the search results. So if you want to increase how often you will show in the promoted listings, you definitely have to improve your listings to make them more appealing to buyers. So I'm going to go over some of the stuff that you have to keep in mind. So one of the things is attribute relevancy. So when you are creating a listing, you're able to choose the attribute for that particular listing. I talk about this in previous videos on my YouTube channel. So you want to make sure that you want to make sure you pick an attribute that's accurate or relevant to what you sell, because they work like tags. And I said that before and I'll say it again. They work like tags. So the more accurate to what you're selling, this also helps you maximize your listing exposure within the search results. However, if you start adding just attributes just to add as many as you can, and people are not responding to your listing when they do find them, no one's interacting, no one's clicking, no one's buying, the algorithm is taking notice of that, and it's going to say, okay, well, this attribute doesn't match this listing. Let's put that one in the bottom search feed because no one's really buying. And they'll give you a quality score because of it. So choosing attributes that are relevant to what you sell is really, really important. Like I said, customer service and market experience is really important. You know, Xe wants buyers to have a remarkable experience when they purchase from your Xe shop. So, you know, Xe takes in consideration your shop's record of customer service, whether you're in good standing, do you have great reviews, do you have a completed about me section, do you have completed shop policy. This will help placement in the search results. So if you have any recent cases or past intellectual cases open against your store, those have negative effects on your listing quality. And keep in mind, if you are a new shop, then you will have a neutral score and not be impacted on placement. So keep that in mind. A lot of people think, well, if I'm a new store, then I don't have a listing quality, so that means that I'm not being shown to people. Yes, you are. New stores actually have a better chance of listing higher in the search results because you don't have anything negative against you yet, right? So therefore, you have a neutral score. You don't have to worry about it so much. But what you do have to worry is making sure that you are complying with Xe 100%, that you're doing everything that I just mentioned in order to avoid later on when you're doing Xe ads to, you know, have a lower placement in the search feed. Shop location. So keep this in mind. A lot of Xe buyers like purchasing from sellers based in their own countries. So the Xe algorithm also takes the location of the shop account for search results. So that's another one. And then another one that a lot of people don't know is the translation of listings in the search. So are all your listings, tags, and title in the language you chose when you signed up to sell on Xe? So if your shop language is Spanish, but you have written your tags in English, the tags will not help you in the search results. Keep that in mind. I see that a lot when it comes to adding products in your actual listings in different languages. Don't do that. Just stick with the language that if you picked English, put everything in English and keep it and keep going that way. If you want to open another store with a different language, that's what I would do. But this is really important. The quality score basically tells the algorithm whether they should place your listing in the first page of Xe or in the 10th page of Xe. So keep that in mind. It's really important to make sure that when you're creating your listing, you are choosing the right category, you're choosing the right attributes, you're choosing the right keywords, that you're optimizing your listing correctly for SEO, that you are making sure that your keywords are relevant to what you sell. These are all very important. The third one is the bid. So when running a promoted listing on Etsy, it uses an auction-based format. That's the bid, at which determines the placement of your ads. So this implies that you go against different Etsy sellers for your advertising to appear in assigned spaces within Etsy search results. So the primary factors that Etsy considers are the amount you're willing to pay for each click, which is your bid. How likely is a buyer to click on the listing? And this is based on the listing quality. That's what they based it on. So what is the bid, right? Is basically the highest amount the Etsy seller is willing to pay per click on the listing. So the placement of your listing is determined not only by paying a higher bid, but by having a quality listing. So if you have a listing that already has a low quality score, you might need to pay a higher bid to get a competitive placement in the search results. And Etsy additionally thinks about the amount that you spend per day, and they think about what's left as well, and they attempt to make it last throughout the day on the off chance that they can make you a sale. But this is really important. So basically, keep in mind when you are running an ad, you get to choose what amount you want to pay for that particular budget. However, if other people are willing to pay more than you, then your listings are going to be below those people. And this is why they're talking about the bid. So it's really important to start understanding how when you run promoted listings, how they really work. And this is not just Etsy. This is how Facebook ads work. This is how Instagram ads work. This is how YouTube ad works. Is based on competition. But Etsy also based it on the listing quality. So they're incorporating everything. So everything helps. So make sure that you start also understanding the bids, how much you want to spend on advertising, and if it's something that is reasonable for you. Maybe on some listings you might have to pay a little bit more to be higher in the search results, basically. And the last one is likelihood of views and sales. So Etsy places all eligible promoted listings in order. They add them to the assigned ad spots within search results. The order of results is continually moving and can change from the duration of the day. The first promoted listing will show up in the first space on the first page, while the 10th one might not appear until the second or third page of the search result. It's constantly changing. And, Etsy search algorithm, tries to help buyers find items when they search on Etsy, and it strives to show the most relevant matches. That's like the most important part. The algorithm changes regularly with the sole purpose of helping buyers find what they're looking for. And the likelihood of views and sales, it just means like what is the likelihood of someone, if they placed your listing on the first page of Etsy, what is the likelihood of someone clicking and buying from you? But they calculate that based on your conversions as well. This is why playing those favorite games, like you tell people, oh, hey, I'll favor your game, your listing, you favor my listing. Do not do that. That hurts your conversion rate. If Etsy sees that a lot of people are liking your listing, favoring your listing, and not buying from you, that affects this part of the ranking, likelihood of views and sales. That's why you don't want to play those games. You are going to get the occasional customer or many customers that are going to like and favor things and not buy. That's fine. But you don't want to go to these groups that you play a game within an hour you got 30 likes from someone or from many people from that group, and they're not buying, because that confuses the algorithm. The algorithm they don't know you're playing a game. They're gonna take notice of that and say, hey, there was a lot of activity on this particular listing this day. No one bought. A whole bunch of people liked. What should we do with this listing? And then over time, they take all those likes and everybody that liked it, whether they were customers or you were playing a game, and they calculate that, and the algorithm takes notice. Okay, what is the likelihood of somebody buying? Because all these people already like this listing, or this listing have been in in, you know, the history of the listing. It's been up for so long and no one has purchased. What's the likelihood? Let's go ahead and push it down. Keep that in mind. All these things are so important. But if you try to fix all these little things and try to make the best quality listing, and when I say quality listing is you have a great photo, a great product presentation of what you're selling, you have optimized your listing correctly, you have the right attributes, the right categories, the right SEO in placement, you have on-page SEO done correctly, off-page SEO done correctly, you have search relevancy, you have great customer service, you don't have no cases open against you, you're doing all these things, then when you start running Etsy ads, your ads will be in the higher search feed versus being buried in the bottom search feed. So hopefully me explaining these 4 factors will help you understand more on how the algorithm works on Etsy. If you have any additional questions, feel free to drop them below. And thank you guys for watching.